Good to go.
All right. Today's Zoom call is another call about Periscope. So I know that Linda Pinman has been doing her Periscope pretty regularly. I have to admit I have not been doing as much as I was hoping. That's life. Life happens. But we're going to continue where we left off in some of the Periscope training. Go away. This is what happens when I try to go outside so it's quiet. The kid comes outside. The kid comes outside to play. Okay, so the next major section is how to overcome the fear of using Periscope. So I know that's one of the things that stopped me from jumping in full force is not being afraid of being on live camera, not even necessarily that, but what do I say? It's live, so I can't edit it, things like that. And one of the things that is stressed in the training that I'm doing is that the live nature is what makes Periscope so unique and so awesome, is that you get automatic feedback. The more followers that you have that are watching, you can take questions live. You can interact with these people in the moment, and it's not just a recorded video that you hope that somebody watches. That you post on YouTube, and if the person has questions, there's not really an immediate, maybe they'll email you, maybe they'll find your website, but Periscope gives you that immediate interaction. Perfection is not needed, so that's one of the other things is, it is live. People understand that it's as is, it's life as it happens. So that's part of what makes it unique, and part of it what makes it special is that you don't have, so what if you don't have your makeup done or your hair fixed or any of that? If you're in your workout clothes, it doesn't matter. People interact on Periscope to see you for who you are, not who you want to be portrayed as. One interesting tip was you do not have to show your face. When you start Periscope, it takes the picture from your camera, so it's actually not facing you. And there are apparently some really well-loved Periscopers who will show you the environment that they're in. There's a guy over in Europe that will take you through tours of European, of some of their monuments, of some of their sites, and he'll give you the tour as if you're there. You can find a nice, pretty backdrop. Like, right now I'm outside my house, which is, more interesting than the inside of my house. But if I could point it at a tree or at a park, and you can talk while you're showing the picture of the park. So if you're afraid of having it in your face and being on camera that way, at least you can start out by keeping the camera focused on something else. So it's not as in your face, and you're not worried about how your face comes across, or if you're not happy with how you look that day, whatever. The thing to remember for Periscope, for your viewers, you want to be interesting. So it doesn't matter what your interest is. All of ours is generally going to be health and fitness, nutrition, things like that. But be interesting. Give it a personal story. Make them feel like they want to listen, and don't just give a rote, okay, point 1, point 2, point 3, goodbye. But interact, be a part of the conversation. Describe things in detail. The more interesting you can make it, the more detailed you can make it, the more reason they have to follow you. And that's what we're looking for, is followers and people to interact with, and eventually bring it over to our Beachbody page or our Facebook page so we can get the messaging back and forth. And third part, tell the story. So come up with a story. Have a purpose for your scope. Don't just go out there out of the blue. But if you have a story, stories sell. Stories sell more than just facts. So if you've got something that relates, if you have a challenger story or a story yourself of something that you've used, the stories are going to be more interesting and attract more people than Just, okay, this is why protein is good for you. This is why fat is good or bad for you. Try to make it personal. So number one, you don't have to show your face. And those are the points of number one. Ideas. I still haven't remembered to post it, but I will post a 200-point thing from Shalene Johnson of ideas for what to Periscope about. To start, what do you love? Your scope doesn't have to all be Beachbody or health and fitness. Do you like quilting? I have some friends who really are into quilting. Do you like cooking? You can do cooking stuff. If you haven't noticed it yet, Brett Johnson, Shalene's husband, does and the Hangry Chef, and he posts what he's making for dinner every night or a snack. Yeah, I don't watch it either, but
I watched it. I tried.
I watched it a couple of times, but yeah, I'm like, no.
It's annoying.
Yeah. I made it through part of some of them, and I said, I don't have enough time for this. But that's an example of someone who's, all he does is he goes on and he talks to his wife in the background and he makes food. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be all scientific and all awesome and smart. Just be yourself. Which is what, sorry, I didn't mean that to talk about Brett.
No, it just sounded funny. I know you didn't.
Dawn, you're making me look bad.
No. My dirty mind.
Yeah. What do you love? What are you passionate about? What are you knowledgeable about? So, again, it could be something that you know from your day job, not necessarily health and fitness. It could be, if that's something that you're passionate about, we can talk about our workouts. We can talk about things that we're learning in personal development. That's one of my goals, is to have a scope for the day of, well, this is some information that I got from my personal development today. I hope it helps you. And that can be, a 3 to 5 minute Periscope. Well, I was reading John C. Maxwell, and this is something that stood out to me, and I would like to share it with you. So they don't have to be technical. They don't have to be long. It doesn't have to be a big, huge webinar thing. Next part is try it with a friend before going public. When you get on your Periscope, there's an option to broadcast to a private broadcast or a public broadcast. So you can select the people in our team that are on Periscope, and you can select that and just have the broadcast for them till you get used to it, until you get more comfortable in front of the camera. You can tag me and invite me, and I will be your sounding board. I don't mind doing that. You can also, it will save the same, but we can have like a Team Fit and Fearless private group for you to practice with. Have your outline, just like I do right now with my Zoom call. Have your outline. It's okay to look off the camera. People understand. If I think it was Darren Natoni was showing, if you got an iPhone, you can spend extra money and get a teleprompter app on your iPhone. So yeah, like, I don't have that kind of money, but it looks cool. I'll just hold my notes up behind the computer so you can't tell, right? Or the phone, whatever. Do a dry run of your intro, so you can use your video camera recording on your phone. Do a dry run so you can practice what you're going to say, and then start recording live. So those are some other options to get over the fear of the live telecast. Don't panic if it's not perfect. Don't panic if you lose viewers, especially if you're new. But even if you're not, people will say, "Oh, it's live. Let's check it out." But they may not be interested in what you have to say. They might not be the type of person that you're looking for in your followers. They may be a 20-year-old partier that's like, "Oh, what health? No, thanks," and they may leave. And that's just the way it is. So don't take that personally. Interact when you can, and then if you get trolls, I think this is more common with people who have a huge following, but if you get spam comments or nasty comments, you can click on their comment and delete that person. So when it comes up on your screen, when it comes up with the comments, you can click on that comment, you can delete the person. So that's good to know. So that's your how to overcome fear. Let's see, what time is it? I still got some time. This next section is on how to make your bio and how to grow followers. So all of us are really new at Periscope. So we don't have, I'm assuming, we don't have thousands of followers yet. So these are some quick and easy tips on how to get followers and how to grow your reach on Periscope and then draw those people into your business. Okay, so first, look at your bio. If you haven't started your Periscope yet, create a username. Your automatic name, if you've got a Twitter, will be your Twitter account. But you can change the username that you go by that shows up when you comment. You can change that. So I could make it Amber Nat Fitness or OKC Wellness Network, which is my business name. So you can change that. Go back in to your profile and edit your profile name. And one of the things you can do with that, why you would want to change it to Amber Nat Fitness, is people can search on Periscope. And if they search fitness, then my broadcast will show up. So that's a way to get followers. Also in your bio, when you have it about yourself, include things like coaching or nutrition or I love quilting or I love dogs. Things that people can search for and you will pop up. Similar to what you would do in Instagram, similar to what you would do on your like page. This is how people are going to find me. So there is the search feature, and that's one way to grow your audience is by using specific keywords or phrases in your bio or in your username for people to search. You want a professional photo or a nice looking photo that promotes the right brand, that promotes the professional business look. You want no spelling mistakes or typos. I hope that we're all to the point where we actually look back at our things. I'm really bad about it on Facebook messaging. I get to typing too fast on my phone and I get lots of errors. So double check on your profile that you don't have any spelling errors in your bio. It looks more professional. Use your keywords. Keep your bio short and sweet. You don't need a huge long bio, so find like 4 or 5 bullet points about yourself that you might want people to know. Add your personality in your bio. So you can throw in there, I love dogs. It has nothing to do with health and fitness, but it shows a little bit more about who you are and why people might be interested in you. You can include your website link or your Facebook link. It won't be clickable, but people can follow that to your Beachbody site. If you have like Trisha Sexton Fitness, sextonfitness.com, people can go to her blog and have that accessible. So when people follow you, they have access to another method of reaching you. So that's some of the things about the bio. How to grow smart. Because you can go like you do in Instagram and do follow for follow. That's not recommended because you want people who are interested in your information. So I don't want the 21-year-old that wants to party all the time. That's not my focus. So I can go follow that person, but they're not getting much benefit from my post if they're not interested. And I'm definitely not going to get benefit from their scopes from their spring break vacation, right? So you want to find people that will benefit you as well. You want it to be a mutual relationship. So when you're looking at adding people or following people, you want people that are similar to you, at least to follow. So you're not wasting your time watching a 5-minute video of spring break or whatever's coming up next. I don't know. Spring break was a long time ago. It was. Where did it go? Yes, when you add people, the Periscope notification comes up every time someone goes live. So if you want to be selective on who you follow, so your Periscope doesn't ding at you all day. That's another thing to think about. So how to add people. Click on the person's icon at the bottom. So the little Perry dude is what Kim Garst calls it. At the bottom, there's a little red picture of a man or a head. You can click on that You can see who's posting live in your area. You can see who's posting live right now. Scroll through and see if some of their titles are interesting to you. That's one way to do it. And then if it looks interesting to you, you can add them and follow them, or at least look and see what they're posting, what they're scoping live. See if you're interested. So a lot of times people will follow for follow, and so you might be able to add numbers that way. You can also find by location. I think we talked about that before. Just set it over here. It's okay. My neighbor's dropping off a tool that we borrowed. Hi. So you can search by the location. You can change it from search by person to map view, and you can see who's in your area, and search by that. You can also find and connect with your Twitter followers. So if you click on that little Perry guy and scroll down, it'll show you all of your Twitter followers, and you can invite them to your scope and connect that way. You can also search by name or keyword or phrase. So I just talked about the keyword or phrase. That's why you want it in your bio. I have found everyone so far by name, pretty much. I found people that I had heard good things about, I search them by name. Or the other thing that I have done personally in following is in like some of the top name broadcasters in Shalene or Kim Garst's broadcast, you can see on the comment stream people who are frequently commenting on the same topic, or people that those like Shalene will call out people that she recognizes that interact with her Periscope on a regular basis, and you can follow those people just because if Shalene thinks it's valuable, then it's probably valuable to me. So does that make sense? So those are some ways to add to the people you're following, and then hopefully some of them will follow you back. How do you get them to follow you back? You need good content. You need content regularly. You need something that they'll want to come watch or listen to. You'll also need to interact with them. So you can comment, you can talk to other people in the comment feed of someone else's Periscope. This happens a lot in some of in Shalene's and Kim Garst, and who else do I follow? But that they have regular followers and they talk to each other through the comments during the scope. And you get to know people, and you get to know the person who is live. And that interaction, when you're talking to people, they'll be more likely to come and follow you and interact with you and bring other people, some of their followers, to your scope. So interacting on someone else's live Periscope, even if you're not interacting with that presenter. Does that make sense? And then just being active on that person's page. So if I wanted Trish to follow me, then I need to go on her Periscope and I need to interact with her on Periscope. I need to ask her questions. I need to let her know who I am. And I need to do it regularly. So it's not just some random, hey, come follow me. And you're like, I don't know who you are. I don't know why I would follow you. But if you can get in some interaction and some traction with some of the higher name, better known Periscopers, and you interact, then they might mention you again. Like I said earlier, they might mention you. Hey Amber, glad to see you on. How are you doing? She's got a really good Periscope about such and such. And they might mention you. That actually happened with Kim Garst. She was talking about today that she was interacting. She showed up on somebody else's Periscope, and they were like, hey, Kim, I'm glad you're on. Everyone, you need to check out her new ebook. Can you post a link, Kim, to your ebook? That was not solicited. Kim didn't ask for that, but they had developed a relationship, and so she promoted her from her live scope. Make sure if you're on Twitter that you post to Twitter when you go live. There's a button on there that says that you look at your Twitter icon. I haven't done this yet. I haven't had a chance to today. But look at your Twitter icon. Make sure that it posts to Twitter that you're live. So not just on your Periscope, but you use the value of your Twitter followers so they know when to catch you. Advertise in advance. So you can go on your Twitter and say, hey, in 15 minutes, I'm going to do a scope. Check me out. That gives people enough time to know, hey, I need to clear what I'm doing, finish what I'm doing, and then I can jump on instead of just showing up and then people miss the first part of it. So advertise in advance. Follow other Periscopers. Find active users. So just because they might fit my profile, if they never post, they don't have any interaction, then they're not necessarily going to help me either through education, learning from them, or bringing followers. Encourage people on other scopes. We talked about that. So go on your Periscope, do some following. Especially if you're live, try to interact in that comments. It doesn't have to be just with the presenter, but say, hey, good to see you. Especially if you see some of the same names coming up again and again. Or, hey, you're in Oklahoma, I'm in Oklahoma. That's awesome. Just things like that that will start your conversation with people. So how do we get, we've grown our community, and now in the last few minutes we're going to sell. How do we use Periscope to sell? Give a value towards a product or service. So why do we use Beachbody? What have we learned from the 21-day fixed meal plan? How can it help you? You don't have to directly say, hey, I'm selling the 21-day fix, but if you use the container system, then you can say, hey, you can check it out on my webpage. Here's a link. Make the link easy to remember if you can, particularly like if it's sextonfitness.com. That one's pretty easy. But make it, or type it out and put it in your view so they can see what the URL is. So give value. Why are you using it? You can do it in the intro. Hey, I'm Amber. I am a Beachbody coach, and as a Beachbody coach, I help people with their health and fitness goals. If you want more information, check out www. blah, blah, blah. So that can be a quick intro. You don't have to promote it every time. But I know Shalene does every time. I'm a best-selling author, blah, blah, blah. I'm a health and fitness guru, and she lists her things, and you can check out more at shalenejohnson.com. And that's part of her intro. It's not a sale. She doesn't say bye from me. She just says, this is what I do. Have consistent content. Bring the sale and purpose of the business in. So one of the other things that people are doing, which I still will have to explore, they're recording, like we're doing on the Zoom call, recording to their phone while they're doing the Periscope, and then saving it and posting it on YouTube, and then posting links from their YouTube to their page, to their products. I can't talk. So you can save your Periscope for longer than one day, and you can reuse it. Some of them are also reusing for podcasts, but that's getting really technical really soon. But you can reuse your content. And then, again, the last thing is engage in other scopes, develop followers, add value to other people. And they will be more likely to follow and see value in you, and be more likely to check you out and see what you have to offer sales-wise. So that's today's, that was a whole lot of information. I'm sorry.
It's good.
That was today's scope. Do you have today's Zoom call about Periscope? Do you have questions that you're thinking of? No?
I don't have a question. I just wanted to also add, because we're all pretty much adding each other or have added each other on Periscope, if you see a really good scope that you're watching, share that, and then like we can all like check it out. Or if you find a good person that like is really valuable, like share their scope, and then maybe like put it on the Team Fit and Fearless page, like check out blah blah blah, which we usually do. But just as a reminder, since we're all on there, because there's some really good content out there that like I didn't know about. Kim Garst, Amber told me about her, and she's really good. So I would have never known about her had Amber not told me about her.
Kim Garst was a It was a Shalene recommendation.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But, the problem that I have with sharing is you can only share if you're watching it live.
Yeah. That
So,
is.
I mean, we can go to the Team Fit and Fearless page and say, check out so-and-so.
Right.
But if you're live, it automatically recommends that to your Periscope followers and your Twitter followers.
Yeah.
But if you recommend, somebody can still go see the recorded version.
Right. Right.
Right.
Not live, but within that 24 hour.
Well, and if you get lucky, you can get on at the beginning of the Periscope and see what the topic's about, and then you can share at that point, and it will show up. If I share, it'll show up on all of yours. Hey, such and such is live. Amber recommends, and you can jump in on the live broadcast also.
It shows up as a message.
Mm-hmm. It shows up like a regular Periscope notification. Yeah.
As a regular notification.
Mm-hmm. It'll ding your little Periscope out.
Two things.
Okay.
I used my Periscope the other day. I've had the Periscope account for some time, and I'm not quite ready, but some of your recommendations are awesome. Just like not my face.
Right.
Number one. That's not my question, but that's like that.
Especially if you're going to do some cooking stuff, Dawn, just show your food.
You just set your thing up with your tripod and just put your hands. Yeah.
So that was my bonus takeaway for tonight. But my first question in order, when you said search, I picked up my phone and I went to look. There's only one search field, right? Like with Instagram, like you can search people, you can search hashtags, you can search, like you can really kind of make it more specific. I think you can, there are a couple of different ways to search in Instagram, but in Periscope, it looks like you can there's one magnifying glass and it says search people. So like, I don't see it. Is there a way to search? Do you have to go into someplace else to search a keyword?
Let me see if I can.
Because it's only giving me the option of people. Like in Instagram, for instance, you can search, you can swipe it and switch it over to the different options.
I haven't played with this a whole lot yet because I just got this tip this morning, but I'm wondering if you can't hashtag like you do in Instagram.
Yeah, because when I put fitness in just as an example.
I just did that.
And like it says 522 followers, but it's like
scroll down, you get a bunch of people that are related to fitness, not just fitness in the title. So I think you can just search words too.
Yeah, I mean I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Christina Olsen had fitness in her
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I get 20 things showed up on fitness.
Yeah.
But this is a
hashtag.
Okay.
Yeah, I did hashtag fitness.
And that's the difference then.
Still the same.
Still the same.
Like hashtag beach body.
Yeah, it gives me the same thing. All right, so I'll look into that because I follow a lot more people on Twitter that I would suspect would show up in that list. You know, because this is attached to my Twitter account. Okay, so then that was one question. The other thing is you said something about posting to Twitter. So the other day I posted something. We were at a party and there was a band playing, and I just for the sake of just doing it, Periscoped it. But then I noticed on my Twitter feed afterwards that it did show up on my Twitter feed, and I didn't press. So it might be something in settings, when you set up your account, it might not.
I'll show you real quick. I have mine here. I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of a glare. I don't know. Yeah, but when you sign in, you can like tap that and then like you can turn it off when you go in there. And if I tap it again, and you can turn your location on too. See if you can see that. If I tap it, it will be on. And then I can tap it to turn off. So it's automatically going to be on Twitter, I think.
So you have to disable it if you don't want otherwise. I think
if you connect your account to Twitter, like at the beginning, I think it automatically just does that.
Yeah, I think it defaults to Twitter, so then you would have to either change it manually or change it in settings, because I definitely didn't tap Twitter,
Right,
and I
right.
posted it, but then I did see that it did post on Twitter, like the
It
next
makes
day,
sense that it would default that since
because
it's a
they're
Twitter app.
part of Twitter or associated with Twitter.
So, yeah.
All right, so then I think that search thing was my question, that Twitter thing, how to make bio, I put something there, how to make bio, look at bio, create username. So, oh, you were saying like your name will default to your Twitter username,
Yes.
but that you can change your username in Periscope
Yes.
in the settings. Okay.
Yes.
All right. But it will still obviously be attached to your Twitter account.
Right. So
It'll
you've got,
look like this.
it will always be, mine will always be at OKC Wellness Network underneath.
Right.
But you can change, I changed it to Amber Nap.
You just hit edit right here.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have it.
Gotta find me. Okay. All right. Those were my questions.
Awesome.
That was great information, Amber. Thank you.
Okay, I have homework.
Homework.
Now that you already did some of it for me. For your homework for the week, post your top 5 takeaways from the Periscope today. From the Zoom call about Periscope today. I'm going to say that wrong every time.
Top 5 takeaways.
Wait, what was it?
Top 5 takeaways
From the 9/9 Zoom call.
about Periscope. Yay.
Okay. I'll post that. Wait, Trisha, are you posting that to the page? Are you?
The questions?
Who recorded? Who recorded? Amber?
Trish recorded.
I am.
Okay. So when you put that, will you put that in the recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. I'm excited. I'm gonna Periscope tomorrow.
I gotta set myself some time, man. It hasn't been happening like I've been planning.
We're going to start doing it at night.
Spontaneous is okay though.
It is. My excuse, and this goes along with it, I don't want to be on camera, of I haven't showered.
But that's the beauty about it, it's just your voice.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm excited to do it, because there's never going to be a good time for me to stand in front of the camera, ever.
Right. I'm like, I haven't showered today. My hair's a mess. I don't want to do this right now.
Oh, now I don't have to use those convenient excuses,
right?
Because I don't need to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, one of the other things that I've seen, most people have used it for their intro, but get a graphic, type out, print out, whatever, a graphic this is what my scope is about today, and just put the camera on it.
Right, like a slideshow kind of thing.
Yeah, a slideshow, or even just one.
Right, but I mean,
Periscope,
like an old-fashioned TV show.
Flyer. Yeah,
right.
Little flyer. This is what my scope is about. That's it.
Good idea. That occurs to me, because you put your website on it too.
Yes. Ryan wants to say hello. Anything else? We got 3.5 minutes, it says.
Okay. It was great. I enjoyed it.
I look forward to more of your scopes, especially Linda, because she's been posting regularly.
Yeah, she's
and I don't have an outline at all. I just
it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
I would say I need an outline because otherwise I won't do it.
I did the one from the office, and I got my neighbor, my accountability staff partner, involved too, and she's like, "Oh, I love this."
I saw that one.
Right.
You were like, I just climbed up all.
But that's it's not that easy, because I could do 5 flights and do it without being out of breath. But to talk and think and do the stairs, I felt like I was a monkey.
Right.
That's good. It was funny.
Well, all right. I guess we'll wrap it up.
All right, ladies.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.